The Dragon Ball franchise has been a cultural phenomenon for decades, captivating audiences with its iconic characters, intense battles, and unforgettable moments. However, like any major series, it's not without its share of controversies. From production mishaps to behind-the-scenes drama, Dragon Ball has had its fair share of buzzworthy scandals that sparked heated debates among fans. In this list, we'll dive into the 10 biggest Dragon Ball controversies, examining the moments that shook the fandom and left a lasting impact on the franchise. But before we start, which Dragon Ball series is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. So the 10th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is Roshi's proclivities. The Dragon Ball franchise may still be popular today, but it's important to remember it first aired back in the 1980s, when things were quite different. For instance, back then, Master Roshi's habit of hitting on every woman around him was mostly played for laughs. But today, that type of behavior is viewed very differently. Unfortunately, Dragon Ball Super didn't hold back on Roshi's antics. In fact, it amplified them. This led to a formal complaint from the Ethics Committee of Japanese Broadcasting, as Roshi's actions no longer align with modern standards. If he had been introduced in Super instead of decades earlier, he likely would have been cancelled right away. And the 9th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is the lost episodes. It's widely known that Dragon Ball GT didn't start off on the best note. To build excitement for the series, the original English broadcast decided to skip the entire opening arc and jump straight to the more popular Baby Saga. In a clever marketing move, they later released the skipped episodes as lost episodes, framing them as exclusive content. This way, they didn't actually miss any episodes and also avoided the infamous rap song from the American intro. And the 8th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is, not so, Super animation. When fans heard about a new weekly Dragon Ball series, excitement spread across the globe. But as Dragon Ball Super aired, that excitement quickly turned to disappointment. Rather than the high-energy battles everyone anticipated, viewers were met with poorly executed animation that seemed to melt on screen. The show had been rushed into production without adequate preparation, leaving its intense fight scenes looking awkward and clunky. The animation quality was so lackluster that Super became a running joke in the anime community. Although the series eventually found its stride and delivered some truly epic moments, its rough beginning is hard to forget. And the 7th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is Mr. Popo's design. Remember what we discussed about Master Roshi? Similar issues apply to Kami's assistant, Mr. Popo. When Mr. Popo was first introduced, he had dark skin, large red lips, and wore a genie-like outfit, features that didn't seem to raise concerns among Japanese viewers. But when the series aired internationally, many found his appearance to resemble an offensive racial stereotype. In response, the English manga edited some scenes to digitally reduce Popo's lips. And during Dragon Ball Z Kai's original run on CW4 Kids, his skin was changed to blue. Interestingly though, in every official release since, Mr. Popo's design has returned to its original look. And the 6th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is Toyotaro's tracing. Since the Dragon Ball Super manga started, series creator Akira Toriyama handed over the illustration duties to Toyotaru, a new artist. While Toyotaru's work naturally draws a lot of comparisons to Toriyama's, his influences extend beyond Dragon Ball. In 2018, comic artist Dexter Soy noticed that one of Toyotaru's drawings bore a striking resemblance to his version of Captain America. When placed side by side, it was clear that Goku's pose had been traced from Soy's artwork. Despite significant fan backlash, no official statements were made addressing the issue. Regardless, Toyotaru remains the artist behind the Super manga to this day. And the 5th biggest Dragon Ball controversy is leaked audio. 2019 was a difficult year for the Dragon Ball English dub. After Vic Mignogna's departure from the series, his lawyer released several controversial audio clips featuring prominent Dragon Ball voice actors making offensive jokes and slurs, often involving sexuality, race, and incest. The content of these recordings was graphic enough that it couldn't be shared on platforms like YouTube. These weren't minor actors either. The voices of Goku, Krillin, Chi-Chi, and other major characters were unmistakable. Funimation declined to comment on the matter, and there has been no public response or action taken to address the situation since then. And the fourth biggest Dragon Ball controversy is the Big Green Dub. From 2000 to 2003, the French broadcaster AB Group produced English versions of several Dragon Ball movies and specials. Calling them dubs, however, is a bit generous. The voice recordings, done in France by local British and American actors, have an unmistakable accent that reveals their origin. Adding to the oddity, the translation introduced puzzling name changes, like renaming Piccolo to Big Green, which gave this dub its infamous nickname. Respectfully, it's a little embarrassing that some fans first experienced Dragon Ball this way. Whatever criticisms other English adaptations may face, they're definitely a step above this one. And the third biggest Dragon Ball controversy is everything about Dragon Ball Evolution. Every anime fan knows live-action adaptations often struggle, and Dragon Ball Evolution is a prime example of why. With no real passion from the team behind it, the movie failed on almost every level to capture what fans love about Dragon Ball. In fact, it isn't just a poor adaptation, it's simply a bad film. One that still has fans wondering how it ever got made. If there's any silver lining, it's that this disappointing attempt inspired Akira Toriyama to bring fans a true Dragon Ball film with Battle of Gods. And the second biggest Dragon Ball controversy is the whole Vic Mignogna situation. Vic Mignogna was once one of the most prominent voices in the English dubbing industry, until 2019, when he faced multiple accusations of inappropriate conduct toward fans and colleagues. After a formal investigation, Funimation ended its professional relationship with Mignogna, recasting all his roles, including Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, a character he had voiced since 2003. Mignogna then filed a defamation lawsuit against those who accused him, but ultimately lost both the case and the appeal. And the last biggest Dragon Ball controversy is Kenji Yamamoto plagiarism. For years, Dragon Ball fans enjoyed the music of composer Kenji Yamamoto, who became a trusted figure in scoring the series' video games. His work was so well received that he was eventually asked to compose for Dragon Ball Z Kai. However, fans soon noticed that some of his tracks sounded strikingly similar to scores by James Horner in Avatar and Danny Elfman in Terminator Salvation, both movies released the same year as Kai. Digging further, fans found more instances of unoriginality in Yamamoto's earlier Dragon Ball game music. Ultimately, the series had to pull Yamamoto's work from Kai and replace it in future game releases. So, is there any major Dragon Ball scandal we missed? Share your thoughts in the comments. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.